Good morning, my dear friends. Today is World Listening Day. This day reminds us that listening is one of the most powerful acts of connection we can offer. Listening is understanding, it's compassion, it's the bridge between people who may not share the same experiences, but do share the same humanity. World Listening Day encourages us to slow down, speak before or after you think, obviously, to pay attention to hear stories that often go unnoticed, to recognize that every person carries memories, emotions, and experiences that deserve to be heard. We want to hear what you have to say, and we're very interested to hear what you got today.
Hi, friends, it's me, Barry. Good morning. It is a great day to come together and ask the question, what you got?
And we are so excited today because today we are featuring a brand new, and I am talking, she just joined this week, brand new partner, LegacyLensUSA, founded by Hana Emily Moskowitz. Hana helps families preserve their stories through photography, videography, and legacy projects that gather the heart of who people are. Her work is built on listening because she listens to families, she listens to memories, she listens to the moments that define a life. And then she helps people preserve those moments forever. She started this because of a personal tragedy. She lost her partner, and she did the thing that a lot of people do. And while she had access to it, what she would do would be call the phone number just to hear the voicemail, talk to the voicemail, but it just wasn't the same. And so she came up with this wonderful idea, and I when she was telling me about this, I seriously, I couldn't have been more excited because this is such a neat concept. This is such a great way to reach out to people, reach out to families, and make sure that they're still going to miss the ones who are no longer there. But this gives them a chance to feel closer to that person at all times. You know, back in my day, there were video cameras, but not everybody had one. I mean, I remember the first time I got my first ever video camera, and it was for the VCR tapes. So, it was one of those kind of like the carrying of the boombox, and anybody my age knows what that was too. But you put this big old camera up on your shoulder, and it was like carrying around a Hollywood movie camera. Except for the crappy picture that came along with it because it was on VCR tape. It's amazing now that we have these that they're listed as phones, but they're cameras. That's what they really are. But it's amazing what they can do, and it gives you a chance to be closer to people at all times. And now we have a chance to be closer to even those we love and who are no longer with us. And Hannah is building this beautiful program, and she has joined the Giving Partners, which means every time you hire Hannah For a project, you get to donate to a mission you love. World Listening Day asks us to think about how we show up for others. Listening is not passive. Listening is and has to be active. Listening is intentional. It's a choice to value someone's voice in a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant movement. Listening has become one of the rarest forms of connection. Studies show that people who feel heard experience lower stress because emotional regulation and stronger relationships feel understood. Feeling understood is a core human need. And when people feel ignored or dismissed, their mental health suffers. And when people feel listened to, well, they tend to thrive. All of this shows why LegacyLensUSA is such a meaningful partner. Hana's work is built on listening deeply to the stories families want to preserve. She helps people capture memories that might otherwise fade. She helps families honor loved ones. She helps individuals celebrate their journeys. Her work reminds us that every story matters and every voice matters. Frankly, every moment matters. She was telling me the story on how one of the things she loves, but at other times it could be a little uncomfortable, is when people share with her stories that they don't tell anybody. And this is important to me because, as I've expressed to you guys before, my grandfather, before he passed way back in 1985, he shared with me um, st- uh, a couple stories about his service in World War II, and he was a ground medic in World War II, so he struggled deeply, deeply with it. And I didn't, I didn't know, I didn't realize that he didn't talk to people about that until I was telling my dad. And my dad said, Grandpa's never even talked to me about this, so you know how special you are. And like I said, and I've said multiple times, that actually eats me up now because I listened to my grandfather at that point in time like it was a school assignment, not like it was one of the most important moments of my life. You always have those if I could go back in time moments. If time travel was at all possible, I would go back and wake myself up and make sure that I sat there and got the full grasp of that conversation. But now I've just vowed that with your help and hearing your stories, we'll get to learn my lesson, and I'll get to hear more stories from you through your eyes. So, if you or someone you know is struggling with communication, emotional overwhelm, or feeling unheard, please consider reaching out to a resource like the National Alliance for Mental Health Helpline, Mental Illness Helpline, sorry, at 1-800-950-6264. Once again, that's 800-950-6264. Because support begins with listening. Healing begins with being heard. So today, let's commit to listening with intention. Listen to a friend. Listen to a family member. Listen to someone who feels invisible. Listen to someone who needs to know their voice matters. Listening is not just an act, it is a gift. It is one of the most valuable things you can do to help people. I was having a great conversation yesterday with an individual who runs a wonderful, wonderful nonprofit that hopefully you're going to get to know here pretty soon. And he and I both expressed our concern that nowadays, when people hear that you run a nonprofit and you are looking for help, the first thing they do is grab their wallets and grasp their wallets a little bit tighter. And we don't blame you because money's very tight right now, and we understand that. But what we need you to understand, and what I'm hoping you're getting from all of these What You Got episodes, quite frankly, is this: help does not always mean money. Help can be simply listening to what someone needs you to hear. So remember, when you shop with any of our partners, you can support Legacy Lens allows you to support any of our mission partners simply by sharing the receipt of that they give you, that Hannah gives you. Your everyday purchases help Hannah continue to preserving these stories and honoring the voices that shape our communities, while you get to give back to a mission you hold near and dear to your heart. Or what you got for the day? Who is someone in your life that deserves to be listened to more deeply? Who is someone in your life that deserves to be listened to more deeply? Everyone. That's just it. It's everyone. Everyone deserves that chance. Everyone needs that chance. Our mission of the day, folks, the daily challenge. Choose one person today and give them your full attention. No distractions, no rushing. Put this wonderful machine away. Just listen. You may be surprised what you learn, and it may help you more than you will ever know. So thank you for being here with us today. Because when we come together, we make life better for someone who needs a hand. When you shop with any of our partners like Legacy Lens USA, your everyday purchases can support our mission partners. And that means we together help continue to lift families, veterans, caregivers, neighbors who just need a little bit of help. Look, we're going to ask you to do one thing: look around. Find someone who needs support today and help them. Because when you help someone today, you become part of something bigger. You become part of a community that refuses to let anyone face hardship alone. My name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass Impact Podcasting Networks. This is Community Pay It Forward, and you've been watching What You Got. We invite you to join us again tomorrow as we come back for another celebration, another partner, and another way that we can help each other. Because if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. Look, it's tough to feel like you're going unheard. Simply listening will help people navigate where they need to go. And it's something so easy that we all can do, and make sure that no one has to go it alone. Thank you very much. Please love someone out there because someone out here loves you. I will talk to you tomorrow, right here on What You Got.